Hello, I am Anushka Joshi from MCA 5 years program of computer application presenting here a NIST cloud architecture presentation. NIST cloud architecture. The NIST cloud computing reference architecture focuses on the requirements of what cloud services provide, not a how to design solution and implementation. The reference architecture is intended to facilitate the understanding of the operational intricacies in cloud computing. The National Institute of Standards and Technology (NIST) defines cloud computing as a model for enabling convenient on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources that can be rapidly provisioned and released with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. The National Institute of Standards Technology lists five essential characteristics of cloud computing: on demand self service, broad network access, resource pooling, rapid elasticity, and measured service. The NIST cloud computing definition provides three possible cloud services categories called service models: software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. NIST Cloud Reference Architecture. There are five major actors in NIST Cloud Computing Reference Architecture that are listed below: cloud consumer, cloud provider, cloud carrier, cloud auditor, and cloud broker. Each actor is an entity, may be a person or an organization that participates in a transaction or process or performs tasks in cloud computing. Here is the diagrammatic view of the NIST Cloud Reference Architecture. Cloud consumer. Cloud consumer is the main participants of cloud computing environment. A cloud consumer is a person or organization that use the cloud services such as software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. A cloud consumer browses the service catalog provided by a cloud provider. Cloud consumer requests the appropriate service. Cloud provider sets up a cloud environment for the process service and make a contracts with the cloud consumer for the use of the service. Cloud consumers need cloud service level agreement. SLA act as an agreement for technical performance requirements provided by a cloud provider. Some terms and conditions regarding the quality of service security remedies for performance failures are mentioned in the SLA. Software as a service applications in the cloud are made accessible via a network to the software as a service consumers. The consumers of software as a service may be organizations that gives their employee with access to software applications and users who directly use software applications, or it may be software application administrators who is responsible for configure applications on the software for the customers. Platform as a service can also be employed by the consumer the tools to develop, test, deploy, and manage the applications hosted in a cloud environment. Platform as a service consumers can be application developers who design and implement application software in software company. Platform as a service consumer may be application testers who run and test applications in cloud based environments, application deployers who publish applications into the cloud. Platform as a service may be application administrators who configure and monitor application performance on a platform. Cloud consumers of infrastructure as a service have access to different hardware resources like virtual computers, network devices such as routers, storage media, and other fundamental computing resources. The consumers of infrastructure as a service may be system developers, system administrators, and IT managers who create, install, manage, and monitor the services for IT infrastructure operations. Cloud provider. A cloud provider is responsible for making a service available to the cloud consumer. Cloud provider may be a person, team, or an organization. A cloud provider maintains and manages the different cloud computing services for the consumer and makes arrangement to deliver the cloud services to the cloud consumers through network access or internet. In context to software as a service, cloud provider is responsible for deploying, configuring, maintaining, and updating the operation of the software applications on a cloud infrastructure so that the services are provisioned as per the required levels by the cloud consumers. In context to platform as a service, the cloud provider manages the computing infrastructure for the in platform and runs the cloud software that provides the components of the platform. These components may be software execution, stack, databases, and some other components that act as middleware. The platform as a service cloud provider generally supports development. Some integrated tools like IDE SDK development version of the computing cloud software deployment and management are also the part of platform as a service. The cloud provider implement the cloud software so that computing resources become available to the cloud consumer who use the infrastructure as service through a set of service interface and virtual network interfaces that helps in resource abstraction. Cloud auditor. A cloud auditor is a dedicated team of technically skilled person that can perform an independent examination or review of cloud service controls with the intent to express its strength and weakness of the process and some suggestion or improvement. Security audit, performance audit, privacy impact audit are performed verify the audits of the cloud auditor. The major role of a cloud auditor is to evaluate the services provided by a cloud provider against the parameters such as security controls, privacy impact, and performance, etc. To perform the audit of security, a cloud auditor do the assessment of the security controls in the information system to determine the extent of to which the controls are implemented accurately and operating as per expectation and producing the desired outcome with respect to the security requirements for the system. Cloud broker. Sometimes services integrations become more complex due to which it becomes difficult for the cloud consumer to manage the cloud service. In such situation, cloud consumer request cloud services from cloud broker. Cloud broker acts as mediator between consumer and provider. A cloud broker manages the delivery of cloud services, their performance, and use. A cloud broker negotiates relationships between cloud providers and cloud consumers. In general, a cloud broker involves in three types of activities which are as follows: service intermediation, service aggregation, service arbitrage. Service intermediation. A cloud broker may enhance a given service by improving some specific capability and providing value added services to cloud consumers. The improvement may be related to managing the access to cloud services, identify management, performance reporting, enhanced security, etc. Service aggregation. Services aggregation can be seen as combining and integrating multiple services into one or some more new services. The broker ensures the data movement between the cloud consumer and multiple cloud providers in secure manner. A cloud broker also provides the data integration. Service arbitrage. Service arbitrage is very similar to service aggregation, but there is a little bit difference also. In arbitrage, the services to be aggregated are not fixed in advance. In service arbitrage, a broker has the flexibility to select the services from multiple agencies. The cloud broker, for example, can use a credit scoring service to measure and select an agency with the best score. Cloud carrier. Cloud carrier is another important actor in NIST cloud computing reference architecture. Role of cloud carrier is to provide the connectivity and transport of cloud services between cloud consumers and cloud providers. Cloud carriers provide access to consumers through network telecommunication and other access devices. For example, cloud consumers can obtain cloud services through network access devices such as computers, laptops, mobile phones. mobile internet devices, etc. Conclusion and the summary: we have learned about NIST cloud computing reference architecture and its various actors, their role and responsibilities. I hope this will be beneficial for us and helpful in enhancing their cloud computing concepts. Now, here are some multiple choice questions for us. Which of the following is not one of the essential characteristics of cloud computing as defined by NIST? So the answer is C, low cost. Low cost is not the characteristic of cloud computing as defined by the NIST. Which NIST defined cloud service model allows user to deploy and manage applications without managing the underlying infrastructure? So the answer is B, platform as a service. In an IST cloud architecture, which of the following is responsible for managing and controlling the cloud infrastructure? A, cloud service provider. Which role in NIST cloud computing reference architecture is responsible for providing connectivity and transport of cloud services? C, cloud carrier. As we read also, cloud carrier is responsible for providing connectivity. According to NIST, which of the following deployment models provide exclusive use of the cloud infrastructure to a single organization? Answer is private cloud. Private cloud requires private and exclusive use of cloud infrastructure. Which of the following statements is true about the community cloud model? It is used by multiple organizations with shared concerns. Which does the term measured service refer to in the NIST cloud model? B. Metering capability to track usage, optimize resource allocation refers to the measured service. In the NIST cloud reference architecture, who is responsible for providing interoperability and portability of cloud services? C. Cloud broker. Which NIST defined cloud service model provides the most control over the underlying hardware? B. Infrastructure as a service. Which of the following NIST defined cloud characteristics implies the ability to scale resources up or down based on demand? C. Rapid elasticity. Thank you.